Hey guys, welcome back to another awesome podcast for Ticklewater Fishing Inc. This is podcast number 12. It is awesome. This is the 12th one, the final one for 2025.
Mhm.
This is going to be just filled with so much information and some highlights, including a highlight video. And with us, we got our Director of Community Outreach and Public Relations, Kaylee. How
Hi,
are you
friends.
today?
So good. I'm freezing. I hate December.
It is cold. It's cold down here or well, up here. And with us, as always, our president and founder of Topwater Fishing Inc., Mr. Dwayne Neary.
Hello.
So we let's talk about a year in review. Let's talk about everything, Dwayne and Kaylee. It's been a rather busy year. It's been I couldn't think of anything honestly I we that I can think we could have done any different for this year.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, if
some.
we could have just stopped the rain, if we could have stopped the rain for the kayak event, that's the only thing.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that was right. That was a nasty weekend to try and get people out on
Yeah,
kayaks. But if you want to review the
yeah.
whole year, I think we're going to need much more than an hour
Oh
to
yeah.
get
Oh yeah.
everything that we
Just
hmm
accomplished.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just definitely some highlights. And before we go on, just remember to like and subscribe to this channel. We are growing. We're close now to, I think, 100 subscribers. We've had well over 2,200 views. So the information is definitely getting out there. So thank you. And if there's something you guys would like to see on this podcast, all you got to do is comment in one of the videos. I'll be sure to reply back to you, and we will definitely make that happen. So Dwayne, let's go all the way back to January. We'll kind of like just talk really quick. We're gonna like elaborate, but let's talk about our expos. Let's talk about how we started the year in 2025.
God, that was like 10 years ago. So
It feels
what yeah. So actually speaking of cold, our first expo was in Raleigh and it snowed. So the
Yes.
the was it the busiest day or maybe it was the one I don't remember if it was Friday or Saturday, but it actually snowed. So that put a damper on that expo, but not for the year. So we were in Raleigh, ended up being pretty good. And then from Raleigh, we went to Greensboro, which we will no longer be at because the folks dropped the fishing aspect, which is not a surprise based on last or this past year because we were only a handful of vendors. But that was actually our best expo with regards to signups, connections, and funds brought in to help pay for stuff. So Greensboro actually will be disappointed we can't go back there. Then we went to Green, which is also a good event for us. Um, oh, actually, I skipped. No, then Greenville. Then we went to the St. Patrick's Day and
Yep.
Festival in Emerald Isle, which that's a one-day event, and that was the best one-day event that we had all of this year. We had Kaylee and Ken went to Tap Yard sometime during April, May,
Yep.
March, April, somewhere around
At
there.
some point.
wow. I don't even remember that now. Now that you mentioned
Yeah.
it, wow.
Yeah, and
Yep.
then Kaylee was in Wilmington for a couple
Yep.
of events.
Mhm.
I don't
I did
remember the
two,
dates.
2 or 3 in
Yeah,
Wilmington. Hmm.
yeah. And we hadn't even got to the fishing events yet. So
Yep.
I think that's all the expos we did or community events. And then
Um,
obviously, was that, did I leave out any? I think that's it.
we did the golf tournament with the Fuquay
Oh
Varina
yeah.
region.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll keep doing this. We did the golf event. We did the Clinton Barbecue Festival,
Yep.
the Trout Festival in Belhaven, which both of those were kind of duds, and it wasn't because of the festival, it was because of the freaking weather again. It rained. If y'all remember, it rained like all weekend,
That
all weekend.
random band of that random hurricane came through and just
Yeah.
blasted you guys.
Yeah. So that hurt us pretty bad with regards to getting the name out. Still did them though.
Hmm.
Um, let's see. And then we ended up the other one was the Christmas parade that we just went through in Emerald Isle, which was awesome. So I think that's it for community and festival events. So back up.
The
So
Freedom Biker Church, Don went and did
oh,
the,
that's right.
yep,
Yeah, that's right. And they invited us back for next year. I forgot
yeah,
about that
they
one.
were awesome.
Yeah.
Excited about that event again.
And
Oh,
the summer
huh,
bash,
yeah. I was
The
gonna say
summer
the
bash.
poker. Yeah. Holy crap.
the poker run.
Yeah.
Listen, the
Yeah.
community's
The
popping.
Yeah. That
the
was a
list
Fuquay.
goes on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a Fuquay at the American Legion, who's great partners of us, and they want us to come back. So we'll be back there next year.
Yeah, I'm
So
excited for that. That's always a really good event and also kind of revamping the the poker run, which we'll talk about events for
Yeah,
2026 here in a bit, but I'm excited for that one again.
yeah, I think it'd be a good one too. And the thing that Don did, he made a good connection there at the Freedom,
Hmm.
whatever it was called. That's a pretty good one. All right, so April was our first fishing
Yep.
event. That was at Jordan Lake, which was 60 boats, 60 warriors. And then May was our first saltwater event, which was 37 and 74, 73 warriors, which was a freaking awesome event. And then we had the kayak event that got rained out, unfortunately. So we couldn't have that. And then we ended with the bang at Sharon Harris with our biggest event so far with 60. We had seven at one time. We had 78 boaters signed up, and then we had about 10 drop out the week before. So we ended up, and then three no showed the day of, which is frustrating and heartbreaking, really. 68 boats, I believe, and 70 something warriors, 76, 77, I can't remember. So we ended up being dedicating details about the actual numbers, but it ended up being awesome, awesome year again. Every we've increased, so we just keep setting it tougher for ourselves to make it better. So
Yeah.
keep doing it. So I think that's it
I just,
for
yeah, I mean,
events.
that was, and you know what though, the number of people who dropped out on the last event definitely went down to previous events. I just wanted to make that
Yeah.
highlight.
Warriors
But
for sure. Warriors
right,
went down really well. For whatever reason, the boaters were dropping out like crazy at the Sharon Harris event. And can't really get mad at somebody volunteer their time, but we do
that's
want you to
right.
understand if you're a boater and you sign up and you no show, that puts us in a bad spot because then we got to make sure we find a warrior. A boat, which with the Sharon Harris event, it's a little easier because we can put multiple warriors on a boat. But if you do that for the bass event, we're screwed because it's one on one. So
Right.
please, boaters, we understand there's emergencies, but if you got to drop out, please let us know. The three that we talked to, one was an alarm clock. One had a sprained ankle that happened a couple of days prior that just didn't let us
Right.
know, and the third one we never heard from. So don't think those are emergencies. So if you can't do it, we understand, but please let us know so we can let the
Yeah.
warrior know we're not scrambling.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. I think another thing that was made it successful in terms of less people dropping both warriors and boaters was for those two events at least, we had pre-event meetings the day
Yeah,
before,
yeah,
which I know is definitely on the docket for all of the events going forward in 2026, which I think it helps the vibe too. Like you get to meet if you don't already know your warrior, your boater, you get to meet, you get to a little bit more about the expectations for the day. And I think that just helps a little bit. So
yeah.
that's
I agree.
definitely what we're going to be doing in 2026.
Yeah, that's a good point. So I think that's it
Absolutely.
for
Yeah.
events
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot
for
of stuff
now.
going on. A lot of stuff going on. And then so real quick before we go on, I'm just gonna I created a kind of a video. It's like random. It's not in any order whatsoever. And it's a highlight video. And what's important about this is to me it kind of hit home. I went over this video probably 80 times because I just wanted to get that sense of purpose, of what we do. And you can see in all the warriors' faces, you can see that our events, everything that Kaylee and Dwayne alluded to is all there from the 9/11 5K run that he and Chelsea represented us at
Oh yeah,
to
I knew
the
we forgot
third,
one.
Oh
I
no,
know to the
and we forgot another one. We forgot another. So we did the 5K. We also had the Holly Springs Tower. Is that what you're talking about? The Tower Run?
Yeah,
Is it
that's the
this?
yes,
same thing.
Holly
Yep.
Springs? Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Forgot
So
about
and
that.
then what Kaylee alluded to with the golf tournament that we participated in with the American Legion Post 116.
Oh crap.
It's 6 minutes in length, but it's like you if you don't see yourself in these photos, it's because of one of two things. You didn't sign up, right, to an event, or you're not a warrior, which we want you to be. So
Hey,
you too can be in this video.
I forgot some more. We forgot the big bang that Virgil ended up with the pier fishing event
Yes,
and the surf
Oh
fishing
yeah,
event.
yep.
Forgot
The
about that
pier
one.
fishing event.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Indian
that was
Beach Salter
wild.
Path. Yeah,
Hmm.
that was
Yeah.
yeah. Matter of fact, Dwayne and we. I mean, I know he lives right down the road with that. As I was driving across the bridge, and then we were driving after the parade, I was like, "Oh crap, that's Indian Beach and Salter Path."
Yep.
So yeah, I
Yep.
was like telling my mom, I'm like, "Yeah, we just had a thing here,
Yep.
with some warriors, a lot of
That was a
warriors."
really cool event. I really enjoyed
Yeah,
seeing
that
all
was
the
good.
pictures from that. So
So
shout out to Virgil for pulling that off.
Yeah, he did awesome.
so Here is the video. Please enjoy.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
All right. So that was an awesome video. I don't know what you guys thought about it, but definitely, definitely, definitely a lot of highlights in that video that we definitely. I know the staff of Take Warrior Fishing and all your boater volunteers can look back on and say, I created a memory.
100%. A lot of memories for a lot of us. There were some gems in that video.
And I do want to say in the awesome video, all this videos that y'all see, mainly the videos I'm talking about, but this podcast, the newsletter, that's spearheaded by one person, and that's old Ken. Old Kenneth there. Ken puts a lot of time and effort with all this stuff you see. If it wasn't for Ken, we wouldn't be having this podcast. We wouldn't have the newsletter. We wouldn't have all these cool videos. So don't take this stuff for granted. And all of us are volunteers, so can't thank Ken enough for the time and effort he puts into making these cool things. So thanks, Ken.
We love you, Ken.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I get to see everything first. So
yeah,
that part.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, we just went over 2025, and now I think it's time we move forward real quick and just highlight what we are doing in 2026. There's a lot.
Let me pull open my huge calendar of events.
Yeah. Now, understand when she goes over this is not in concrete. It's in pencil because we always add and but not really delete unless it's random. But I'm sure there'll be an added event or two into this.
Yeah, there's definitely room for lots of events, especially those community events. I mean, we're always down to hang out in the community, profit shares, handing out, information at markets, just showing up anywhere. So if there's an event anywhere near you, anywhere in the Carolinas, where you think Take a Warrior Fishing could be represented, or we could come hang and just make those connections with warriors and boaters, just send us a message, leave a comment, and we'll get people there for sure. We've got ambassadors all over the damn place now. So
We do.
I'm going to run
Literally.
through the expo events first that we have for sure on the docket, and then we'll do a brief overview of the fishing events and who's sponsoring them so far this year. But as we stated, we are back in expo season. We were just talking a little bit before the podcast about how we're taking a deep breath so you don't have an event for 30 days, but we've got expos that first week of January kicking off in Raleigh. So Take a Warrior Fishing Inc. will be at the Raleigh Bass and Saltwater Expo the 9th, 10th, and 11th of January in Raleigh. We will be at the Fayetteville Fishing Expo, which is new this year. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It is
Crown Plaza.
Yeah, I'm excited about that event. I think that's a really great area that doesn't necessarily get a lot of attention for the fishing and outdoors folks that are there. So I'm excited for that one. That's the 30th, 31st, and 1st of February. That's a 3-day event. And then the Mid-Atlantic Hunting and Fishing Expo is the one that's in Greenville. We lovingly call it the Greenville event, but it's the Mid-Atlantic one. And that one is just Saturday and Sunday, the 31st of January and the 1st of February. So we'll be split. Take a Warrior Fishing will be at both of those events, which we're excited about. And I think those are our 3 main expos that we'll be doing. And then we're actually kicking off warrior fishing season this year in March. So a month ahead of last year. We also have double the events that we had last year, which I know you, Dwayne, are super excited about getting Take a Warrior Fishing out to some of your network. So we're kicking off warrior fishing with a new event at Lake Greenwood, South Carolina. It's called the Warrior Fishing Southern Showdown, and it is hosted by Fishbones Tackle and General Store and Break on the Lake. And that's March 28th. So, Dwayne, I know you're excited about that event. What other details can you share? What was kind of the brainchild of this? How did this come about?
Yeah, so when I started Take a Warrior Fishing and really saw that it was going to happen, I set a goal for myself to host an event at Lake Greenwood. And hey, nice cup. Nice cup. Sorry, squirrel. To host an event like Greenwood because I actually went to college in Greenwood at Atlanta University. And
Really?
I spent a lot of time on that lake and still have connections in that area. And unfortunately, not unfortunately for Lander, but Lander has a fishing team now that won the national championship last year.
Oh, snap.
And the unfortunate part is they have a tournament the same weekend we do on Lake Hartwell, so they won't be able to participate with us. But the coach is going to help us help get the name out and all that good stuff. So I am very excited about the Lake Greenwood event. So Fish Bones and General Store and Breaking the Lake are our host, but also GoPrime Mortage, which is our biggest sponsor, also
Mhm.
has an office in South Carolina. They're going to be at the event and actually going to have
Great.
a boat in the event. And then Vector Force, who's been our partner at Jordan Lake and Sharon Harris, also has a South Carolina office, and they're going to be at Lake Greenwood as well. So pretty excited about having those two partners join us in South Carolina. So yeah, I'm pumped about this one. And Ken and I were on a conference call with the owners of Fish Bones and Breaking the Lake, and I'm not sure who's more pumped, us or them. So they're excited about having us
I
too.
don't
This
know.
is
So
gonna be
That energy was definitely both ways on that call.
yeah, it was cool. It was cool. So very
this is gonna
excited
be
about that.
one hell of a kickoff event for Warrior
Yeah. Oh
Fishing.
yeah.
I'm
Oh yeah. It's
pumped.
gonna be good. That's gonna be a good one.
So yeah, that's our Lake Greenwood. It's the Warrior Fishing Southern Slam. Listen, it took us a long time to name these events, so you better like
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
The three of us trying to name events is a group chat that nobody should be a part of. So we're
Yeah.
really excited about that. Dwayne, maybe we can put something on the books for Friday night with the fishing
Yes.
team.
Yeah. I
Uh,
just need to talk to. I'm pretty confident. I can't remember if I've talked to him yet, but we'll probably have something like breaking
yeah.
the lake the night before.
That'd be great. Let's make that happen. So that is March 28th. We'll be kicking off the Warrior Fishing tournament season, as we are calling it now. And then we're actually having our Spring Warrior Clash, which is our bass fishing event on Jordan Lake. We're having that on April 19th. Please take note, that is a Sunday and not a Saturday event. But we will be having that pre-event meeting, get together. Bit on Saturday night. So we will have a pre-meeting that we'll have details about here in a few weeks. And then we are having the Spring Warrior Clash bass fishing event on Sunday, the 19th at Jordan Lake. So that's one note for a little bit of a change in that event. And then
Oh, okay.
everybody,
Let me
yeah.
add something to that one too. So that event it'll be our third annual, our third
Mhm.
time. But Doug Phillips with FLR, it'll be his fifth. So he did it by himself, I believe, the first 2 years, and then 3 years ago came to us. So very honored to partner with Doug, who just retired in 20, I think 25. It was either 24 or 25 as a colonel from the Army. He used to own Piedmont Bass Classics, sold it, but we are still going to be partnering with Piedmont Bass Classics in
Okay, great.
Appalachia. So pretty cool with Doug.
Yeah, I know
Looking into it.
everybody loves that event on Jordan Lake.
Yeah.
Uh, Our summer kickoff event, as I'll be referring to it now, will be the Warrior Fishing Saltwater Slam, which I know everybody had the best time last year, and the weather was great, and Town Creek Marina was great, and the entire town of Beaufort.
Ooh, Beaufort. Yeah, watch
Oh,
out. Yeah,
It's Buford if you're Kenneth. The
yeah.
whole town rallied around Take a Warrior Fishing on the Armed Forces Day weekend, and so I know everyone's excited about that. That will be May 16th, hosted by Town Creek Marina. And again, we will be having a pre-event Friday night for that as well. So stay tuned for those details. So that's our May saltwater event. Then we are moving some things around for the fall, so pay close attention and also know that this will be posted on our social medias and we'll make sure that you know. But we are having a warrior fishing event on Kerr Lake or Carr Lake or Bug Island, depending on who you are and where you're from. We will be having a warrior fishing event up there, which I think is really exciting for us. It was one of the things that we heard at all three expos that we went to. Please come to Kerr Lake and do a warrior fishing event. It will be awesome.
Yeah.
So we did a lot of research about what time of year we should do that. And that event will be on September 26th up on Kerr Lake. And we will probably be hosting an event somewhere up there before the Friday before. But that's a new event for us that we're very excited about. So everybody that asked for Bug Island and Kerr Lake, Take a Warrior Fishing will be there in September. So get ready.
you got it. You wanted it. You got it.
That's right. We'll
Yeah.
make it happen. You better show up and show out.
That's right.
Then we are moving our flagship event, Warrior Fishing at Sharon Harris. We're moving that event up a little bit at the request of a lot of our volunteer boaters and some of our warriors for the fish that are in Sharon Harris. I think specifically the bass that people want to catch in that lake. We're moving that event up to October 17th. So the big warrior fishing event that we normally do that first weekend in November will be moved to October 17th. So it'll be a little bit warmer, hopefully not 32 degrees out at 5:30 in the morning because that was a fun experience for everyone.
Yeah.
So that will be Sharon Harris Lake. Again, that's our our flagship event is our Sharon Harris one, and that will be October 17th. And then last, but maybe not last, because who knows what we'll add to the calendar. We're actually going up to Belhaven, which I know Dwayne is very excited about this event as well. And we'll be doing the Warrior Fishing Fall Classic at Belhaven, which will be hosted by the Eastern Carolina Inshore Club. So I'm sure, Dwayne, you've got some details on that to share.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to you actually did it perfectly when you said Carr, Kerr, and Bugs Island, because you're exactly right. Depending on where you live, it's what it's called. So, and then the guys I'm about to give a shout out told me that exactly. So I want to give a shout out to Wesley and Brian Howard, father-son duo that fished our Sharon Harris event. And they're one of the ones that came up to us and said, hey, let's do an event at Carr Lake. So those two, and then Chris Hightower, are really helping get the word out, really helping get things connected at Carr Lake. And then I pronounce it the O could not, it's Lake or Park, OCCO, whatever that big long O word is.
That one.
Yeah, the park manager and then the assistant park manager were great and have been great. And actually, the assistant park manager is a veteran who has signed up. Brandon Brown, I believe his name, but he signed up, so he is going to fish that event with us too. And then the Sharon Harris don't really have anything to say about that one. So Carr, they're actually trying to get us connected with Bobcat Tackle and then Catch the Fever Rods, which are two
Oh yeah, I do
huge
remember that.
Yeah. So hopefully, I just hadn't been able to reach out to him because we hadn't finalized everything. But once we finalize it, we'll get a flyer made and then start reaching out to those two. So thank you, three guys. The Speckled Trout event, Tim Askew, with Eastern Carolina Inshore Speckled Trout Club. I believe it's the biggest or only something he told me unique about it. We met him at one of the expos, really hit it off. He's the one that invited us into the Trout Festival this past year.
That's right.
And he talked to us about doing an event there. So the town of Belhaven and Eastern Carolina Shore both are going to be hosting us and excited to have us there. And it's a pretty cool. I don't know if you guys noticed, but out of the 6 events, we're actually covering 3 states this year. So the Carr Lakes in Virginia, we started out in South Carolina, and then we're ended up in an inshore speckled trout event. So my vision was to expand to the southeast of the United States, and here we are already in 3 states. I don't know if we're going to do any more, but that's pretty awesome. And we're doing saltwater, and we're doing freshwater, and we're doing inshore. So it's freaking awesome. I'm looking forward to all of them. All of them are just awesome. I don't know which one I'm more excited of because everyone you say, that's really awesome. So I'm excited about all of them.
Yeah, and in between all the events, like I said, we're going to be out in the community. I'm sure we'll be at the Clinton Barbecue Fest again. I know we're looking to partner with the Freedom Biker Church again. They were amazing. Obviously, we love the Fuquay Varina American Legion Post. We'll be with them throughout the summer, I'm sure. And we are looking to revamp our poker run and kind of get, some more feedback and also kind of really nail down that actual poker run part of it. Yeah, the whole route to make sure that it's, easy for everybody, but also fun. We get everybody that can participate. So I think that's all the stuff that's officially on the calendar. Like I said, we are open to experiencing all communities and showing up all over the place. If there's any markets, events, expos, places you think we should show up, feel free to reach out to any of us and we'll do our best to make it happen. But that's kind of the best part of the community events is I know we talk a lot about our amazing sponsors, GoPrime, GFL, all of the Southern Harvest, all of the people that show up for all of our events, but it's really the communities that rally around us no matter where we show up. The small businesses that come and provide coffee or breakfast or just show up and share our posts and stuff like that. So it's really exciting to see all of the warriors and all of the volunteer boaters, but it's also really friggin' cool to see all of the community people rally around the organization as well. So, and then lastly, I will do one more community plug. We posted this all over our social media. It was a long time coming and it was hard work to get it done. I had to send a lot of strongly worded emails that I was not necessarily proud of, but it got it done. We are officially partnered with Walmart and their Spark Good program. It's actually a really great program. Walmart does some really amazing things for the community. which you don't always see from a big corporation. But if you are a Walmart shopper and you have a Walmart.com account, you don't have to have Walmart Plus, but anytime you purchase from Walmart, whether it's an online order or a grocery pickup, you have the option to round up your purchase to a nonprofit. And there's thousands of nonprofits that are available. And one of them now officially is Take a Warrior Inc. We've already had 7 people round up their orders in just the 2 weeks that we've had the program live. So every single penny counts when it comes to managing and running a nonprofit, especially one as important as Take a Warrior Fishing is to our military community. So thank you to everybody who's signed up and is rounding up their orders already. If you have any questions or need help setting it up, you can let us know in the comments or shoot us an email and we will make sure that you get it set up. But that's a pretty freaking cool program.
Yeah, good job. That was all Kaylee on that one. Good job. And what was it? So we had a volunteer show up for Sharon Harris that found it through one of the systems.
Yeah, that's another great call out. So deed.com and places like Deed, places like Benevity, any corporate person can log in. I mean, every company has one, right? Like if you work for a corporation, your company has a program that either will donate time or will allow you to volunteer. They'll donate hours back. There's all sorts of programs, but 2 of the biggest ones are deed.com and Benevity. So if your company uses either of those platforms or any other platform for tracking volunteer hours or donations, please let us know because we actually, another part of Spark Good is that it's partnered with deed.com. So I created the Sharon Harris event just in the dashboard just to see how it would work, what it would look like. And we actually had someone from Empower Retirement sign up to volunteer. And we didn't necessarily know her. She signed up. She saw all the details on her corporate website of a local event that she could participate in. She wanted to support the military community, thought the cause was awesome, which it is. And she showed up and she worked her butt off. So thank you, Miss Lori Lynn. We loved having you. It was wonderful. So I'll continue to put all of the warrior fishing events in deed.com and on Benevity. But if you do have a company program that tracks volunteer hours or matches donations, please let us know and I will make sure to get Take a Warrior Fishing registered so that you can participate that way as well.
And the cool thing about Lori Lynn, when she saw that on the deed.com, she brought her better half and had him sign up as a warrior in the kayak event. So that's pretty cool.
And you guys, yeah, it was cool.
I forgot about an event in 2025 that hasn't got here yet. So this coming weekend, Eric, one of our ambassadors, is doing the Christmas parade in New Bern for Take a Warrior Fishing. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So I knew there was something else on the calendar.
Yeah. And then, and not pretty much in ink, permanent ink. We'll be back in Emerald Isle on 26th at the St. Patrick's Day Festival. I got to sign up today, actually, this month. You got to sign up. And then we'll be back at Emerald Isle Christmas Parade next or the Saturday after Thanksgiving, whatever that is. So we'd love to do more this time. Ken and I talked this weekend about potentially trying to do a Raleigh, the Raleigh Christmas Parade. I used to do for my charter business. I used to do the Fuquay Christmas Parade. So we probably can scatter out. It's a great way to get the name out. People love it, and we hand out candy. And I was handing out the dog tags. So those are always good events too.
Oh, it would be fun. I love a Christmas parade.
Yeah, they're fun.
There's a lot of
y'all should come down and do the flotilla.
Yeah, it's not that, the flotillas are cool. The thing is, they're dark, so you can't.
Yeah, you can't see anything.
You can't see anything but the lights. Not that, and it's not about the money for us. It's about the connection for the warriors. And if we can't see them, it's really we got to be very mindful of the places we choose. Emerald Isle is free, but it takes time to do it. So we just got to be mindful if it's going to be beneficial for Take a Warrior Fishing to do those. I'd love to do a flotilla, but it would be no benefit for us.
I mean, you might get a lot of Navy.
That can spell warrior fishing with Christmas
lights.
Well,
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So if you can spell things with Christmas lights, hit us up so we can do these flotillas.
Yeah.
Get some Navy and Coast Guard guys out of that one. Be like, oh yeah.
Yeah. We need some more.
Cool. So the podcast had a lot of guests on, and I just wanted to thank the majority of them. We had our first one, we had Anthony from Lazy Bait, him and his wife, and I know she was expecting their baby girl. So
Yep.
that was our first one. Then we had John Mitchell on. We had Chelsea and Pete on.
Yep.
We had specialist Lorena. I forgot her last name, so I apologize, but she came on. She was our
Yep.
actual first warrior who came on the podcast to share her experience. We had Don and Rick come on our podcast. We had guy or one of our what's his name from Wisconsin, Joe
Oh, Joe.
Palazzo.
Yeah.
Joe. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that guy killed it this year with putting warriors on the water in
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wisconsin, people.
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Yep.
That was cool. We had veteran fishing.
Yep.
Chad was
Yeah.
it Chad?
Matt.
Chad
Matt.
was on. Matt.
Matt
Matt.
from Veteran
Yep.
Fishing. Yep.
Matt. That Matt was on. And the last one we did, we had like I think Brendan Parsons, Joanne was on. We had again John Mitchell, he was our second person on there. And then Haley, of course, with
Yep.
her catfish joke. But yeah, it was just great. I mean, all these people stepped forward. They wanted to help. They wanted to share their story. They wanted to be part of our community in a different sense than how we normally do it. So
You
thank you to
forgot it.
all of you. Who's
You
that?
forgot an important. You forgot an important one, Kenna.
Who's that?
Douglas.
Oh,
Douglas Phillips.
yes.
Yes. I'm sorry, the full bird
Yeah.
colonel.
Yeah.
Now you did it.
I'm at attention. I'm sorry, Doug. You did not. You can slap me with a fish later, buddy. But no, that's just awesome. When I thought about doing the podcast, it wasn't about anything it just wanted to get the word out.
Rich Hastings. Rich Hastings was
Oh
on
yeah, we
too.
did have
Sorry.
Rich on
Yeah,
too. That's right.
Rich,
Yeah.
AKA
Yeah.
the Fish Whisperer.
Yeah.
The Fish
Sorry.
Whisperer.
I know,
That's
I
right.
know Rich is watching this right now and be like,
Yeah.
I was on.
He was. Yeah, he hates being called the Fish Whisperer too. So it's
But hey,
okay.
we need to do an announcement because I don't think everybody yet knows. I know Dwayne, we posted on Facebook, but Take a Warrior Fishing now officially has a chaplain.
Oh yeah.
We need it. Yeah.
Yep. We
Yep.
needed it.
We
So
did.
Virgil Allen is our chaplain for Take a Warrior Fishing. What's really cool about this, I call it kind of like a dual purpose role, is it provides help for those who are seeking either spiritual or personal guidance. And the other aspect of it is if, say, you're not spiritual, right? And we talked about that personal guidance. He himself is a veteran. He has been deployed to combat. So you can reach out through us. We can get you connected with him. And we are only as strong as our weakest link. All right. I don't mean that to be negative, but we do care about you, and we have now a tool in place where we could help each other. And again, congratulations to Virgil, his family as well, because I think he may be getting a little bit busier, even though he works full time. But yeah, I just
Yeah,
wanted to
some
share
magic
that.
talking to Virgil, whether it's spiritual or not. I mean, there was just not a better person to put in that role for Take a Warrior Fishing for us as a board and just all the people that we connect with and meet out in the public. It's just really nice to have someone like Virgil to talk to about anything.
Yeah.
And he's kind of funny. He's got some
Yeah,
jokes.
right.
Kind of
He
fun.
does.
So,
You
big
know,
fan of that.
as we're talking about Virgil, we really haven't had a podcast where we sat down since before Sharon Harris. And I do want to give a shout out to two ambassadors now. One that drove all the way from Florida to pull his boat to
That's right.
fish
He
in our
did.
event. He's also a warrior, but he pulled his boat to fish. That's freaking awesome from Jacksonville, Florida. And then we had Andy, so that's Chris Montgomery. And then we had Andy King that flew in from Michigan to fish it. So we
That's
had
crazy.
some distance coming this year. And another cool thing about Chris is, and I mentioned it at Sharon Harris event a few months ago, Ken and I got Greg Hells let us know that he had a friend or somebody right outside of Miami that had two kayaks that wanted to donate the kayaks to us. And we did a kayak chain. We posted something on social media and said, hey, we need to get these kayaks from Florida to North Carolina. Who can help us? And we got responses. We had somebody that took it to one of our fishermen in right outside Miami. I can't remember the name of it where he lived now. And then a husband and wife met him, got him, and then went and took him to Chris in Jacksonville. Then Chris brought him from Jacksonville to North Carolina. So it was pretty awesome.
It was really cool.
Right.
That was pretty awesome. Yeah. So thank you, Chris, and thank you, Andy.
Yep. Welcome to the show. Both
Yeah,
of you.
and I can tell you when Andy flew from Michigan or from Michigan down here, and afterwards, we were able to. Well, he was talking to Trey and Pete offline, and I walked up to him. I shook his hand. I said, "Hey, man, I want to say thank you for, he had we had created such an impression on what we do that he now got to see it in person. He got to experience it. He got to, create those memories that we talk about, and now he brought that back to his home state. And we put him on board. We reached out to him like, "Hey, man, would you want to be a warrior ambassador for your state?" And he was like, "Well, what's that entail?" And we kind of told him, and we went back and forth, and he was all in.
Yep.
And now I've had so much, and between Dwayne and I, we've had so much correspondence between Andy asking for QR codes, flyers, anything that he can to put out information in his state to help build not just our database, but to help share our mission to other people. So thank you, Andy, for that.
Yeah,
Shout out,
and
Andy.
another shout out. So yeah, we had somebody drive up from Florida. We had somebody flying from Michigan, but prior to that, 2 years in a row now, we've had a husband-wife duo drive in from New Jersey, pull on their
Oh yeah.
boats to,
Yep.
to fish our bass
That's
here.
right.
That's David and Christina. I don't know what part of Pennsylvania they're from. No, New Jersey. They're from New Jersey. They're huge
Jersey. Yeah.
Eagles. Yeah, they're huge Eagles fans. So that's why I said Pennsylvania.
Boo.
Um, and then in April of this year, we had a gentleman flying from New York that fished
Mhm.
the event in April. Um, I'm sorry, I just my mind just blank. I can't think of his name. I don't. Sorry, I'll
It'll
think
come to
about it.
you as soon as we're done.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, but he flew in from New York. You know who you are if you're listening. Sorry, I just had a brain fart. But it's just cool that we've had in 25, we've had 4 different states from far away that participated. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, people like
So
to hang out with us. We are fun to be around.
we
Yeah.
are. We are. So Dwayne, my question goes to you now. I know from 2022 to this moment right here, right now, is this what you envisioned this would be, or has it exceeded your expectations?
Yeah, it's hard to say because I had a goal. I think it's done it faster than what I really thought would happen. I set a goal for Southeast United States, and then I kind of pulled back on that. I'm like, wow, that's kind of a lot. And then lo and behold, we did it. Or we're getting ready to do it. So um, I honestly didn't know what to expect. I think the board, the staff, the ambassador part is way more than I ever imagined to have. Um, uh, Not to have for me, to have as take a warrior fishing because I'm not take a warrior fishing. When I say to have, I mean as a take a warrior fishing because as you guys know, I can't do this by myself. I mean, just listen to the
You
stuff Kaylee's
tried.
done. Yeah, I did. Just listen to stuff Kaylee did. She's already done. Listen to stuff that Ken has done. Virgil being the chaplain. I could go on and name everybody would be here for a long time, but they contributed to this. So, yeah, I, yeah, it's more than I thought. So it's pretty awesome.
Great. Now, this is the part of the show where we got to throw some shout out to some sponsors because again, without them, none of this would be possible, without
Yep.
their contributions to help our mission.
Yeah. So before we do that, I don't know if I'm jumping the gun. I want to do a quick PSA, I guess, to let folks know, be on the lookout. We're going to shoot an email first, but we've got some vacancies that we want to fill. Not because people actually left, it's just because people have changed roles. And every position that is vacant, the person's still involved in takeaway fishing. It's just taking a different role. So we got the director of boats, we got the director of events, um, and events of volunteers. The grants we'd love to have somebody. We've been trying to fill this one. We haven't been able to fill this one yet. We thought we did a couple times, but it just hadn't worked out for whatever reason. But I think we call it grants manager or something, but whatever, somebody to help with grants. So that's the 3 big ones that we will be posting and looking for someone to help. Do understand that we can't really match many benefit packages or pays that the other corporations can, but what we can match is we got Kenneth and Kaylee on here, the K and K that'll make you smile. So, no, just kidding, but we will definitely be putting those out here soon, asking for your help just to help us make it even better than what we do because I've mentioned a few times, even now we've got to the point we need more than just what we got to make these events and the fishing opportunities available. All right. So GoPrime Mortgage, biggest sponsor ever. So thank you, John and staff, John Rogers and staff. We got Easy Bait Tackle out of Goldsboro,
Mhm.
Dwayne. It's just been every time we see him in Greenville, he just puts us in awe of what he donates to us. And then at the surf and pier fishing event, one of his employees, Tyler, came down and helped volunteer both days. Let's see, what's the Vector Force, Billy from and folks from Vector Force.
Yep.
One of the ones from the very beginning, Josh Benton of State Farm Insurance out of Holly Springs, who was also an active duty pilot, Apache pilot. Let's see, Southern Harvest, who donates the food, awesome food at our Sharon Harris event. We got
Mhm.
GFL Environmental that sponsored that event this year, our first official title sponsor that I mean, we've had them, but this is really the first title sponsor that we had. I could go on and on, and sorry if I didn't say your name. We Lazy Base, Cashion Ron, Missile Base, Veteran Fishing,
Our
the
cosmetology.
Carcol, yeah, Matt, thank you, Matt, Car Cosmetology, the American Hero Lou's fishing pole,
Yeah.
which we get from Rather Outdoors, Deep Creek Lures.
Yeah, Deep Creek.
Well, I mean, y'all start blurting them out too.
Hold on, I got
I'm going to say the OneCast, because the OneCast now
Oh, yeah.
also provides their fishing tips and tricks in our newsletter.
And then is it Tom Carpenter, the 4x4 realtor, that gives us
Terry
the bags?
Carpenter.
Terry Carpenter, sorry. That gives us the bags. Black's Tire donated some gift cards for oil changes. Mount Olive Pickle, they donated.
Oh, yeah, Mount Olive pickles. They're the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah.
Sheer wine
we got
with the drinks.
Bass Pro and Gardner.
Yeah, Bass Pro. We got Culligan, the Eastern North Carolina Culligan that donates the water for every event. Food Lion donated about $900 worth of gift cards. God, we could just keep going on.
Yep. All the local Starbucks. Most of the events I stop and get Starbucks, they donate coffee.
Right.
All I have to do is call them and tell them I'm taking a bunch of Warriors fishing, and they got coffee waiting for me.
And then the Hit It Right coffee, I think is what it's called. We met in Greenville. They do this. They got a fishing blend and a hunting blend. I think it's Hit It Right coffee. God, I'm like, we just keep going.
Captain's Kitchen.
Oh, yep. Captain's Kitchen, yeah, Captain's Kitchen.
They crushed it.
And then all the charter captains that helped out during the flounder season, man. Nanny's Revenge. Yeah. Oh my God, Lord, I can't remember all of them.
Yeah.
Outcast Fishing, yeah. Alley Cat, Gunny B, and that's not just for flounder. All the captains helped us throughout the year,
right.
Either events or one-on-ones. We can't thank them enough, and that's who we need to actually thank. Thank you, sponsors. You're important, but the boaters are just as important, because without the boaters, we can't do the fishing. So thank you to all the boaters, and unfortunately, we can't name all you, but you know who you are. Thank you. Right. We definitely appreciate all the boaters and what they do for us.
Well, I know the video showed 199 Warriors with like 193 trips.
Yeah.
We broke it. We actually broke over 201 last week when I took my wife, who's a Warrior, and Joanne out last Thursday. And that was her first time ever catching a catfish.
Wow.
And she caught like a 2.5 pound, blue channel, and I was like, nice. She's like, I'm not touching it. I'm like,
no.
Okay.
No.
Hand me the gloves.
No.
Hey, I just thought of two more. Topwater Company. And then how can I forget Kevin France with all the jerseys and hat designs he does for us?
Oh, he's the best.
Yeah, Air Force, so Kevin France. And go look our Facebook. By the time you see this video, you'll see the winner of our jersey competition that we did, which was jersey number 2. You just got to go see what it is, and those will be available after January. So pretty excited about those.
Whatever.
That's right. And if I remember right, yesterday was the last day for our Black Friday deals for 50% off our 2025 jerseys and 15% off our hooded shirts for now it's December 1st, so it's back to full price. Sorry.
Yeah. And that's actually what I was going to say. I knew it was something I was going to tell you. So I ended up sending 16 packages out over the weekend for folks that bought something. And most of those packages had more than one apparel with them.
Wow.
Also, another one, Chat Lee just recently helped us out with a sponsorship. Sam Jones Barbecue. I don't know. They were
Oh,
going
yeah.
to provide the food for the kayak event, but that got canceled. So obviously they couldn't do that. And then my buddy with Integrity Builders, Structural Integrity Builders, Scotty Bray. He's been a boater. He drives from Salisbury every year and fishes. He's done that since day one, and it's provided stuff as well. So can't think them all. Carolina Brightleaf Hot Dog. I can't remember if I said Lazy Baits, but definitely Lazy Baits. Foxwood Holly.
Kakalaki.
Kakalaki. Yeah.
I mean, we could do this all day.
Yeah, we'll keep
Black
going.
Ops Tackle.
Yeah. Keep going.
Wow.
Good stuff.
You mentioned Black Friday and shopping, and lots of people are getting gifts, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you smiling already, Kenneth? Listen, there are some anglers in my life that I have had to shop for some holiday gifts for, and I have discovered the most expensive fish that you can buy for the angler in your life. Do you know what it is?
No.
You don't know what the most expensive fish is?
Goldfish.
The goldfish! You did it!
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
That was a gem. That was my
There it
holiday
is.
fishing joke.
There it is. Yeah.
That's really
been
why
doing
I'm
this.
here.
We've been doing this, Haley and I, long enough to know when she's about to go into it because she
I
always
get
leads
so
them with,
excited.
you know.
Yeah. She's in.
And I think our last podcast, we nailed it. I told Kaylee afterwards, I'm like, wow, like that we just fed off each other naturally, and it worked so well.
Yep.
So
Don't get Kenneth and Kaylee together.
And I will publicly say, and I'm not going to go into reasons why, Kaylee, I am sorry.
You're not sorry. Don't lie to
Not
everyone
one-
on the internet.
not
and
one
you
bit.
will get what's coming to you.
But hey, we're about to wrap up this podcast. Thank you guys for being part of it, Dwayne, Kaylee.
Always.
It definitely adds the uniqueness and genuality that we're trying to be, as takeaway fishing. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. When I edit this, I just laugh. I'm like, really? You said that? So 2026 is going to be great. I'm going to be revamping both the newsletter and the podcast. I'm trying to make it where it's less of an intro and more getting into it. And that was based off my son's "Dad, do you ever watch a podcast? They don't have a 1 minute intro." I'm like, yeah, good point. So
It's
completely open to constructive criticism. That's the only way we become better. And so 2026 is right around the corner. So
we're excited. We're definitely going to see you out there. Check our social media. Come find us.
Merry Christmas to all you, and Merry Christmas to everybody out there. And for those who are about to fish, we salute you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
See y'all.
Christmas.